Hi, good morning. I am Dr. Pradeepan from Uvavellasa University of Sri Lanka. It is my pleasure to thank the organizers for conducting this special online workshop. And it is timely effort taken by the Indian Academic Researchers Association. The main objective of this workshop is to support for academics, researchers, and scholars become familiar with how to identify authentic journals and authentic sources for publishing your research findings. Research publications have become the trademark among scholars and academics. They receive recognition, promotion, and awards mainly based on their publication. Their academics face problems in finding good and authentic journals. Say, for example, I used to get emails from our university staff members to verify the journals, whether the particular journal is indexed or non-indexed, whether the particular journal is fake or predatory or peer review. I was able to answer because I have knowledge in this area. It is very difficult to identify those journals without having proper knowledge in this area. Importance of finding authentic journals. You are spending your valuable time in writing your research papers. You have to publish these journals in reputed journals which are authentic. Now, before you publish your research papers, you have to think whether the particular journals where you are going to publish is right journal or trustworthy journal, because there are thousands of fake journals, predatory journals, fake publishers, or vanity journals or vanity publishers in the world. Experienced researchers know the authentic journals in their field, and also they know the particular journals is prestige and their impact factors. So, and its importance for their publications. There are scholars already aware the fake and predatory vanity publishers and journals exist. Not everyone is aware of this. Good researchers will not decide to publish his or her findings in fake journals. The problem of fake or predatory journal is increasing and has caused difficulties for scholars, academics, researchers, and universities. The main problem with such journal is deceiving authors about the peer review process and thus misleading readers and researchers too. Are you submitting your research to a trusted journal? Is it the right journal for your work? Because you have spent your valuable time in writing those scientific findings. So it is not good to select predatory or fake journals. So more research is being published worldwide. Now journals are launched each week. There are predatory or fake journals published by many predatory publishers for their profit-making purpose. Before you submit your research, please do make sure that the journal is authentic or trustworthy and its publishers is reputed one in the world. They are targeting the predatory journal publishers. They are targeting researchers and academics as their audience. They are marketing in very attractive way. Please remember before you submit your publications for a journal, think and check, and finally you submit. Reference this list for your chosen journal to check if it is trusted, because that is your fundamental steps for your research publication. Do you or your friends know the journal? Sometimes you may receive emails from publishers that they may say, We have seen your article presented or published in our proceedings, and you are the expert in this area. So we kindly request you to publish your scientific findings in our journals. So we have to check. We should not send or we should not submit based on their marketing words to particular journals. Can you easily identify and contact the publishers? So check the website of the particular publishers. Is the publisher name clearly displayed on the journal website? So you can see some of the journal publishers, they don't put their postal address and even address for communication. Can you contact the publisher by telephone, email, and post? You should make sure all the corresponding details are available in the journal publisher's website. Is the journal clear about the types of peer review? Are articles indexing services that we use? There are indexing services provided by reputed publishers in the world. Is it clear what fees will be charged? Everything should be available in their website visibly. Does the journal site explain what these fees are for and when they will be charged? Do you recognize the editorial board? So you have to see, before you submit your articles, you have to check the entire website. The editorial board is okay. All the corresponding contact details, everything is there for editorial board members. Do the editorial board mention the journal on their own websites? Is the publisher a member of recognized industry initiative? Do they belong to the Committee on Publication Ethics? If the journal is open access, is it listed in the directory of open access journals? That is one of the leading directory in the world for open access journal. If the journal is open access, does the publisher belong to the Open Access Scholarly Publishers Association? We have to make sure those things. Is the journal hosted on one of the INAS journals online platforms? It is one of the projects launched by the INAS, especially for developing countries. There are online journals in Bangladesh, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and some of the African countries and Central America. So we can make sure going through these online websites. Is the journal peer reviewed? So every academics, every scholars wanted to publish their journal, wanted to publish their research finding in peer reviewed journal. Suppose you may see all the publishers, all the journals, they say it is peer reviewed journal. So we should not accept that. Before we submit our research findings or research publication, we have to make sure really the particular journal is peer reviewed. Nearly all researchers agree that peer review is important. This is the main area where fake journals fall down. So simply we can identify, if we have great knowledge to identify the authentic journals or how to identify predatory or fake journals before we publish. Tips to confirm the journals are not fake or predatory. Here are a few things you can check to make sure that the journals you are submitting your paper is not a fake one. The publisher's full contact information, including address, should be provided on the journal website. The journal's editorial board should consist of recognized experts with full affiliation. The journal policy for author fees should be prominently displayed. The journal's peer review process should be clearly described on the side. The quality of articles published in the journal should be good. That you can realize, you can understand if you go through particular journals published in particular by particular experts. the journal should be indexed in a prominent and authentic source. There are many databases. There are many indexing databases which are authentic sources for selecting journals. There are two major leading recognized databases in the world. One is Web of Science. Second one is Scopus. They have a systematic process for monitoring and including journals based on identified rules and procedures. Those are highly authentic and recognized in the world. If any publishers send a request for publishing your research finding in their journals, first get the journal name and get the ISSN number of particular journal and check with these indexing databases whether the particular journal is listed in these two databases. Because sometimes they may say the particular journal indexed in Web of Science, a particular journal is indexed in Scopus. So it has 10.5 journal impact factor. So don't believe. Before you submit, before you proceed, please make sure those are listed in these two databases. The Web of Science covers more than 12,000 high impact journals, while Scopus database cover nearly 36,377 journals, approximately from 11,678 publishers. In both indexing databases, there are options, search options. You can put the name of the journals or ISSN number. If the journal is available in particular databases, it will appear. If not, you can recognize the particular journal is not indexed in so and so databases. Apart from those two databases, there are many journal finder tools. Journal finder tool will identify a list of potential journal titles which are authentic and recognized. Some journal finders tools have been created by publishers, while others are created by other organizations. Some of these journal tools also provide a range of journal metrics, allowing potential authors to identify highly ranked journals to submit their articles to so and so journals. So if you are familiar to use these databases to find authentic journals using this journal finder, you don't need to worry. So another second source is journal finder. It is also one of the site to check the journals. Journal Guide is a free tool that helps researchers to evaluate scholarly journals. Discover journals within your field of study. You can browse over 30,000 authentic journals with powerful search features based on subjects. You have to enter title and abstract of your paper to easily find journals in this search box. That could be best suited for publishing. So insert your title and abstract and select the appropriate field of research for the best results. Please also consult the journal's aims and scope for further guidance. So this is another journal finder tool. It is one of the free tools that helps researchers to evaluate scholarly journals. Apart from these journal finder tools, there are number of tools available in the world. There are free sources available online, and there are very good resources available in commercial publishers. If you want to get access from those commercial journal finder, we have to subscribe, or subscription is must. So the Aiden's Journal Selector, it is one of the world best journal finder tools. Likewise, the leading publishers like Elsevier, Springer, and Wiley, they have their own journal finders. That by putting our journal name and ISSN number, we can make sure the particular journal is indexed in so and so databases, and that if we have no idea where to publish, we have to put the abstract and titles and keywords into the journal finders. It will guide us to select the journals which is suitable for our research publications. So there are many ways and means to publish our research findings, but we have to be careful when we select journals, since there are predatory and fake journal publishers in the world purposely marketing their journals for receiving or making their profit. It is our duty, each and every academic, each and every scholars should have idea on this before we submit our valuable findings to journals. If you have any doubts, if you have any verifications for journals or publications, please send to my email, and you can also contact via WhatsApp, that already available in the PowerPoint slides. So now I would like to thank the organizers for giving me this great opportunity to share on how to identify authentic journals for publishing your research findings. Thank you so much.